Thanks for joining us tonight. It has been nearly 5 months since a shootout between police and a well-armed gunman in Burnsville took the lives of 3 first responders. And tonight, we're learning new details of what led up to and happened during that fatal encounter. Today, the Dakota County Attorney released a report saying 3 other officers who fired shots were justified in their use of force. The report also detailing the investigation into what happened and the evidence that was found. Tonight, Ian Russell has a look at that report. And we want to warn you, it discusses sexual violence and may be disturbing to many.
45-48. I have command of this incident here now.
Early on the morning of February 18th,
And if we could start medics to stage, please. Thank you.
Burnsville police officers Matthew Ruge and Paul Elmstrand and firefighter paramedic Adam Finseth responded to this home in Burnsville. That would be their last call, dying at the hands of Shannon Gooden. Since that day, we slowly have learned more about what happened, and now the Dakota County Attorney's Office released their report. When officers first arrived just before 2 a.m., they spoke with Ashley Deardahl, Gooden's girlfriend. She told officers that for 2 weeks, she believed Gooden was sexually abusing one of the 7 kids that lived there, and he had begged her not to call police. Deardahl also told officers that Gooden had access to guns inside the home and in the past had, quote, threatened to take everyone out with him. Deardahl showed officers the cell phone of the child who had been abused, and officers saw text messages sexual in nature, including ones that, quote, indicated a sexual act had just occurred between the two. DNA tests from Gooden's autopsy showed DNA from his genitals were a mix of his and the child's, and a pair of girls' underwear had DNA that Gooden, quote, could not be excluded from being a possible contributor. Searches of Gooden's cell phone revealed 976 images of the child he sexually abused, the majority of which were pornographic. Officers entered the home telling Gooden he was under arrest. They couldn't see him, but could tell he was on an upper level with the kids. Because of the kids in the home, officers tried to negotiate. Gooden told officers multiple times they should not shoot because of the risk to the children and told them he was unarmed. This standoff lasted for hours, with officers stating that they believed Officer Ruge was building rapport with Gooden. Just before 5:30 a.m.,
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired.
Gooden fired multiple shots from the upper-level hallway towards officers, hitting Officer Elmstrand. 3 officers evacuated. One fired at Gooden, hitting him in the leg. Around that time, the Bearcat moved to the driveway. The entire shootout lasted approximately 13 minutes and ended when an officer shot at Gooden. Shortly after, Gooden took his own life. At 7 a.m., all 7 kids safely exited the home. I reached out to Burnsville Police for a comment on this release, but I was told they didn't have one at the time. We also reached out to the county attorney's office, but did not hear back. Officer Ruge and Elmstrand will have their names added to the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial next year. And South Central College, where Adam Finseth graduated from, awarded him with their Outstanding Alumni Award at commencement in May.
It's just an unspeakable tragedy and details nobody wanted to hear.
Absolutely, just horrible to hear.
Yeah, well, thank you for the report, Ian. Appreciate it.